Hi, my name's Sophia. Welcome to this community. Welcome to this Tower Love reading. So what I'm getting is two things really. First thing is, I don't know if the planet is out at the moment, but I'm getting the planet Chiron. Don't know if I'm saying it right, but it's that's the healing planet. And it kind of makes sense that I'm picking up on that energy because at this time it's about healing. The Chiron planet is to do with areas in your life that is the most difficult for you to deal with, and that's what this is doing. You might not see it that way, but that's what this planet is doing. For example, your person not coming towards you is because they're scared of rejection from their parents, or scared of losing time spent with their kids. That's kind of healing. You shouldn't be scared of anything. You should be, and you're with insecurities of either attached to someone too much, which is insecure, and or don't want to go towards your person. Some of you I have, which, don't go and actively do things to get your person, just stay in the 5D. So like I said, it's the Chiron is about healing stuff that's very difficult, but you don't necessarily think it's doing that, but it is. That's what it's doing. The other element is I don't normally get songs because I don't really, and the songs, I stopped listening to music about 10 years ago, but that's the younger generational thing. There's something to do with the younger generation as well. So there's three things, but there's something to do with Cher. That's her name, Cher. Turn back time. If I could turn back time, if I could find a way, I'll take back the things that hurt you and you'll stay. So I feel your person is feeling that because the feminines are gone. So there could have been an argument and they felt they said something. I feel that they're going over it in their mind of, things of the past. I'm getting the Six of Cups energy here, reminiscing on the past. That's why I was getting the Sheer song. But also there's something about the younger generation, and I feel this could be to do with the age gap of the twin flames. This might not be resonating with all of you, what I'm talking about now, but there's something to do with maybe you're older than your twin flame, and they're like, there's normally a 10-year gap because that's the every release of the twin flame contract. So it's like you're listening to the younger generation, your person's listening to the younger generation, or that genera, not your genera. Because the younger generation, that's why I love Carla in this community. I think she's 23, flipping heck, right? But when you're younger, you think you're all wise. You know that, right? Think about 5 years ago. You think you're all wise, right? This is for the younger generation, for the under 30 to 35 years old, I'm getting. And your person say they're in that bracket. That's why I said it's not for everybody. They're listening to that genera of age. But that genera of age is still not coming onto the age of wisdom. Wisdom starts from 40. And they're thinking, they're older generation, so they're not listening to you, or elderly people, not really elderly, but something like that, because they're thinking that they don't know what they're on about. Now, yes, wisdom comes with age, that's correct. But why Twin Flames is about wise action. It's not about younger action, it's wise action. And why wisdom is because it gets to 40 years old so that you can reflect on seeing what you do. Then you recognize that your mistakes. Time you're 20, 30, you're still growing, you're still learning, so you're not recognizing your mistakes. Time you get to 40, you're like, aha, okay, now I know what I've done wrong in the past, or that kind of thing. If I was a spiritual leader before I was 40 or done, no, I'm going to take that back. I don't like that word at all. If I was doing what I'm doing now, I'm not classing myself as a spiritual leader. And the reason why is because most people up on spiritual leaders are not like me at all, right? And I'm not bigging up myself. I'm like, I don't want to be associated with those people that class themselves as spiritual leaders, because without YouTube, they're doing fuck all, right? They're just up on YouTube spitting, and when they go out, they're not helping elderly women cross the road. They're not volunteering. They're not picking up litter. They're not doing anything out on the 3D. It's just on show. So I don't class myself as a spiritual leader. If YouTube went down, no one would know them, right? That's not a spiritual person to me. My point is something to do that. That's what I'm trying to say. A 30-year-old will say, "Oh, I'm a spiritual leader," arrogantly, ignorantly on YouTube. To me, because I'm wise, I'm older, I'm like, well, if YouTube weren't there, no one would know that you're a spiritual leader. People who know me around where I live know me because I volunteered in a charity shop. They know me as a volunteer. Fuck all to do with this work. They have no idea. They know me as a, that's what this is about, wisdom. So there's something to do with wisdom with your person, or you maybe listening to the outdated generations of beliefs, where wisdom comes with, like I said, wands. This planet is all the alchemical elements, and wands is when things start manifesting into your reality, and wands is action. So if you're taking action from someone who's telling you just go up on YouTube and do tarot reading or be a spiritual leader, right? That's not action, right? That's incorrect action. That's why wands are wise action. And if you don't believe me, well, it's up to you. But wise action is a philosophy from the Kabbalah. And the Kabbalah is a philosophy of how you live on planet Earth. Wands is wise action. Okay, then you manifest. And before 30 years old, not really wise, right? And I would say that to anyone who was 30 years old and say, oh, you're stuck in your ways. And I get that, because there's people that are older that are stuck in their ways. There's a negative and a positive. I say this, why already? When I met my ex-husband, I was 22, he was 34, and he said, oh, wait till you get to your 34. You know, you don't want to do anything in life. You're just stuck in your job, just carrying on, and it is what it is. When I was 34 is when I done my science degree. That's when I started to do it. I can't remember when I passed it. Yeah, I think it was 4 years or something like that. That's when I was 34. And it was, and I'm like, no, that's just, so people get stuck in their ways when they're older. It's not to do with that's the difference. Anyway, I don't know why I'm getting that. So listen to people who take wise action, right? Same thing, you can be listening to someone who's wise who does fuck all. There's plenty of spiritual teachers that chat far more intelligence than me. No, far more than me. But like I said, when that laptop's closed and they're at home, no one knows about them. That's not a spiritual person, is it? Haile Selassie, and I love him, and all those other, like Bob Marley and all that, went out to visit people, right? They went out in the world. Bob Marley done free concerts, even though he thought he was going to get shot and killed. The day before, I think there was attempted assassin on his life, and he already had this concert he told everyone what he's going to do about freedom and all this kind of thing. Not on YouTube. Fuck's sake, who are you listening to? I keep saying this. Who are you not listening to? Something like that. So let's see what the cards say. Well, I was going to say, what is this to do with your person? It is relevant to do with your person. I tell you why, because they might be listening to that. And that's where it's like, it's not for you to go and stop listening to negative Nancy. She's only 30 years old. Right, and she's not wise. It's not about that. It's like, this is so you have an understanding, so you just get on and do your own shit. Right, let's see what the cards say. I got my, and that's what I was saying, like Julian Assange. Where's the hair go? Don't extradite Assange, right? Do they do that? Do they go out? I'm doing another event. I'm going to the O2 Arena in London It's not till June. And there's Pink Floyd. I've heard of them. I didn't really listen to them. One of the singers is doing a concert in O2 Arena, and the people who deal with all this, Julian Assange, I don't know. He must have allowed them to go out there and hand out flyers in his concert. So I'm going to do that. You tell me spiritual leaders that do that, boots on the ground, to get someone out of prison, right? Or not to be extradited to another country, which will definitely get 100 years for just speaking truths about murder, right? That's a spiritual leader. That it's dumb to think it's to do with age, or that's what I'm saying. It's nothing to do with age. I keep picking that up. I don't know why. All they do, spiritual leaders, is collaborate on YouTube with other spiritual leaders. Twin flames do that as well. Oh, I'm going to get another twin flame couple together and let's do a group session, and you lot mugs listen to it. Why? Why? Oh, because two twin flame couples are together and they learn how to do it to get together. So, I'll listen to them. It's not wise, is it? Wisdom is if you get them to get together, the amount of people that they've got together, not just two couples together. If they had a group of all the people that are twin flames to collaborate together, I'll close this community and send you to them. That's wise, right? Not just listening to them. The Empress, Queen of Swords, Two of Swords. Why is that here? Why is that important? Why is the swords? This is logic. Like I said, it's to do with logic, because I've pulled straight into the Queen of Swords. What you listening to, thinking about. It's incorrect with the sword down. There's nothing happening. It's keeping you stuck. The Empress is here. Empress is 3D. Fucking hell. What's this got to do with your person though? It's you as well then. It's who you're listening to. Queen of Swords to the Two of Swords is keeping you fucking stuck. The Empress, to me, many people talk about the Empress is, they even call themselves Empress Tarot. I'm the Empress. No. Well, actually, if you want to big up yourself in tarot, you would say you're really the Fool, the Magician, right? Maybe even the Fool, Magician, or High Priestess, not the Empress. The Empress is grounded to 3D, right? Not connected with higher mind at all, is she? She's Mother Earth, right? Magician is as above, so below. Magician is the channeler. High Priestess is all as within, really, but then as without. Right, and the Fool is actually starting this journey to learn this. The Empress is the first card. I'm like, you're 3D. You're listening to spiritual bullshit. Oh, God. The Empress, Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, which is making you stuck. Two of Swords, indecisive. You could be listening to me and then go listen to someone else. Well, probably loads of other tarot readers. And I understand why you listen to tarot, because you are High Priestess. High Priestess is tarot, right? So it literally tells you your potential of your truth. If you follow that correctly, the High Priestess is inner, right? Not Empress, external. So if you're listening to someone who's just 3D and not getting the channeled messages to go out and to help actually in society, like I said, true master, Martin Luther King, right? All these master teachers, they didn't have internet, but they were, even if the internet said, they're still out, boots on the ground. They're still out visiting people. They're still out talking to crowds, right? That's what politicians do, don't they? Or are they just on the telly or on the internet? They literally go to communities and speak to people to get you to vote for them. This is just, it's who you're listening to. What the fuck? The Empress. And I said it's to do with age. Like, you're fucking being a baby. I'm just saying, look, the baby's there. It's keeping you stuck in that genre of the younger generation. And let me see why I'm getting this to do with your person. It's because you're not doing the work. The work is to do with as within, so without, which is this universe. You attract things in your life. And that's what you're here to teach, how to do it. I'm not really a Rasta, but my family, a majority of my family was, and I love that David is because my family were. But when it comes to Haile Selassie, I love that because I remember his quote of, stop watching me, following me, be like me. And that's amazing. I don't ask you for likes. I don't ask you to subscribe. I don't need buddies. I don't want friends. I'm like, be like me. Get up, do a YouTube channel, inspire people to get counseling, collaborate with others, go out there, boots on the ground, help people to understand about their journey of life, do tarot out on the streets, go out there and volunteer, help people, be like me. Don't like admire me and stuff like that. I couldn't give a shit about that. I'd never ask you to subscribe or like my things. I don't give a shit. It's not about that. I get the channeled messages of what to do. Channeled messages is like what you have to do. Tarot is the truth. Where's that got to do with subscribing and shit? And that's what this is. This is like you're listening to someone who's 3D. And it's confusing you with the Two of Swords. With the Two of Swords. It's like, yeah, they're talking truth. Yeah, it is truth. But it's a variation of truth. It's not, where's the wands, right? It's wise action. Look at what they're doing. That's what it is. Look at what they're doing to see if it's wise. And all these spiritual people you're listening to, generally single, right? On their Jack Jones. If they're so loving, right, and kind and caring, right, that love within would manifest love towards them. Fact, right? Wouldn't it be? Well, I'm a loving, kind person. Oh, I'm too busy for love. Fuck off. This planet, the air you breathe is love. Energy is love, right? So I don't care. I'm the most busiest person on planet Earth, right? I still would love to cuddle up and chill with David. I would still love to do that, regardless how busy he is or I am. It's nothing to do with that. When people make excuses for love, it's because they've been scorned in the past. This is who are you listening to? If you're listening to spiritual leaders that are single or divorced plenty of times, then that proves it. I was married and I was divorced. Like I said, I was asleep. I was younger, right then. Wisdom, is there something to do with wisdom? What you're doing is not wise. You're thinking, right? And this is Queen of Swords and Two of Swords, which is creating the heartbreak because you're listening to people that are telling you about your person is narcissistic and they're horrible and get rid of them and you're so amazing and you're an empath and you're a spiritual person. They're not healing. They're refusing to heal. And all you're doing is coming away from the connection that's creating you heartbreak. You, the feminine. So women, right? You're getting heartbreak from this because you're trying to be this empress. No, you're not the empress. Like I said, it's either the fool, you're jumping into the unknown, which is the truth, tarot. It's a fool's journey, right? So you have to be foolish. Not how's Reiki, acupuncture, yoga, meditation, all that stuff is common, right? Commonly known. The fool takes risks and does things that is perceived to be foolish, right? Energy readings. Not tarot, which is energy reading, but we do image. I call it image reading. I don't even know the name to call it. Image readings, right? It's stuff which people will say, what are you talking about? You stupid fool. There ain't such a thing as image reading. When I started on the channel, my sister done tarot for years, and I said to her, I'm going to do the plain playing cards with the jacks and the spades. And she said, what these words, but kind of, don't be stupid, don't be foolish. No one does tarot with those cards. That's what this is about, not the empress. You're following Reiki, acupuncture, spiritual leaders with all their subscribers and all the comments of, yeah, this makes so much sense and you're so amazing. And then they're sitting at home bored, lonely as fuck. King of Pentacles. That's why your person's mirroring you with staying with the tradition of, I must stay with my family. I must stay with the baby's mum, or I must stay with the culture of what my parents have told me, the religion, the structures, right? The King of Pentacles. Because you're staying with the Empress, which is known as the 3D version of Reiki, acupuncture, yoga, meditation, listening to these spiritual leaders, right? Now, I'm not saying cut it out, because you are tarot, right? Truth, right? You are here to be in your truth. And that is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is tarot itself. That is the High Priestess. So, and the High Priestess is about, like I said, so it's about you. That's why you are the High Priestess. Your counterpart is the Hierophant. So you are pulled to tarot. So I'm just saying that decipher what you listen to, right? Discerning what you listen to. That's what this is about. Oh my gosh, look. I'm talking about it. King of Pentacles, High Priestess. And this is about the truth. Like I said, the fucking truth. Clarity, getting the correct clarity for the twin flame. You're not taking action. The Wands is not here because of the action that you're taking is to just watch and fucking listen. With the Empress, the first card. So you're not taking the correct action. The Wands are not here. You're listening to lies, the Swords down, the Queen of Swords, and not going within. This is what you should be doing, the High Priestess. The High Priestess sits in between, well, she sits, but mine is standing, right? And see her veil, right? She stands or sits in between the two pillars, right? The masculine and the feminine. Some tarot readers will say that's because, you know, there's grey areas in life. No, there ain't no grey areas. That's why she's in the middle. She's in the middle to create balance with her life by balancing out the masculine and feminine, right? That's what that is. It doesn't mean that there's grey areas. This is about, for example, your person doesn't come towards you because of a religious structure of I must stay married, right? So it's like, well, pick, right? Are you going to stay married or are you going to leave? This is the High Priestess, and this is to do with you as well. And it's like, find your own truth, because your truth is swords down, because you're listening to other people, the Empress, right? They say they're the Empress, and the Empress is Mother Earth, nurturing, and all this kind of thing. And it's like, well, what happened to as above, so below? So you're not getting any downloads, right? So the High Priestess, like I said, childish. Look at the child. You're listening to the younger generation, the child here. So so say your person's over there and he's listening to, or she's listening to, I've got to stay married because of, you know, and, you know, it's the best thing to do. It makes logical sense with the swords. I think that's what I should do. The High Priestess is choose, right? And then balance out your life from your choice. Not, I'll be middle ground, because you hate middle ground, because they're staying over there with the wife and coming to fuck you. That's middle ground. This planet ain't about doing that. This is make a choice and then deal with, try to get the most balance. Like, I couldn't have my ex-husband manipulate me. He'd done it for 11 fucking years. I couldn't, but I knew the reason why he'd done it for 11 years, because I knew soon as I stopped, he would take my daughter. I knew it. I couldn't do it anymore. So he took my daughter. So that was the choice I made. I had to. It was my truth. I couldn't keep her being with him manipulating. So my truth was, okay, go to court. Knew he was going to lie. Knew the courts are racist and all the injustice, and they're on the side of the parent who has the child living with them. Knew it was all fucked up and corrupted. The legal system, don't get me started on that. So there was a strong possibility, even though I didn't think I was going to lose her. I thought if I go to court, there would be a good, strong point. I didn't go to court thinking I was going to lose her. But anyway, I dealt with that truth. And then I balanced out with the High Priestess by going within. Everything I'd done was inner work of how to deal with she wasn't here, and the corruption of the legal system. That's what I had to work on. The legal system was fucked up, and how her dad was so bad to me. The fucking legal system was the inner work I worked on. That's the high priestess. You are just listening, right, with the swords, because swords is speaking to someone who's telling you shit, right? And you're thinking you know best. Where's the action? This is about truth. And then what happens is you get heartbreak, like I said, 3 of swords, and then there's another sword here, then you heal. Like I said, healing Chiron, and I said the initial energy before I chucked the cards out was healing you from stuff you don't know what you're doing. I said there's something about it's healing Chiron's out to make you see things, to heal it what you're not doing. This is what's the problem. You're doing Mother Earth thing. Breathe in the fresh air, I've heard. What? Right? Now, breathing is amazing if you haven't got negative within inside of you, if you know how to do it correctly, right? This is about, and walking on Mother Earth. Now, that all works, but temporary. Temporary. If you work with the laws of the planet, you can do this stuff and transform your life permanent, right? Permanent. This is temporary, Mother Earth. Like I said, it keeps you on to, and it's interesting because of the Empress is all about Mother Earth. And look at your person. He focuses on money and the physical of the house, the car, the picket fence, and working. Because you focus on the Empress, who is all about Earth as well. And he's holding the Pentacle, which is Earth, the world card, right? So his world is, okay, his or her, I'm going to keep the family together and focus on that. And you're focusing on the Earth of the Empress. That's what this is about. And it's like, why are you a twin flame? Why is the hand with Ace of Swords, right, connected with knowing your true clarity of truth with the fire on my sword to do with the twin flame? Why you're here? Why are you a twin flame to just go and do soulmate 3D stuff? And I'm not dissing, I always say without the soulmates, that's what they're here for. We're here, the twin flames, the starseed, the lightworkers, to show people connect with upstairs. You're doing what soulmates are here doing already. That's what you're doing. You're repeating that. You're repeating the cycle. It's not your truth. And all my cards, all my aces, I told the artists to put all alchemical elements in all the aces. So your truth, you're trying to manifest because you need all the alchemical elements to manifest. But you're manifesting, you're trying to manifest from logic. Like I said, there's something about wisdom. I said the initial energy, I don't know. And I said it not for everyone because I didn't think it would be resonating with the reading. This is the reading. You're manifesting from logic, not wisdom. It's not wise what you're doing. You're like listening to people. Adrian Hicks is a classic example. She's always talking to people about getting in the into the vortex. And I had no idea what that was. She goes into halls with loads of people, and loads of other spiritual leaders do that. And over and over, she meets people over and over. She should literally say, here's a hall of people that I've got into the matrix, right? With all her views. Here's all the people that got all the money, because normally they want money, and the relationships of your dream, right? That's what this planet is about, right? Not one example. That's not wise, is it? But you're listening to people that are talking like that. The only person, I said, with Tony Robbins, I've done his counselling course, right? I'll take them. I done his counselling course, and obviously I researched him before I done it, right? Because I done it when I was doing soulmate. Before you asked me, when I was doing soulmate counselling, I done Tony Robbins, but obviously I've learnt his stuff, so I take snippets of it and put it into the twin flame. Now I researched, and the stuff that was where I saw him actively changing people's life is when he went to their places. He went there, not live. There's one person, and how many millions of people know Tony Robbins? One person I could find who said he listened to Tony Robbins and it transformed his life. I couldn't find anyone else. The only other people that I saw that he changed is when he done his charity work, right? Which you lot don't do, or spiritual leaders up on YouTube don't do. And he charity work, he went to the projects and went to people to help them in their relationships. And that was on his counseling. He showed how he went out to people's house. So he still made money from it because he recorded going to people's houses and recorded how he was transforming these lives by talking to them. And he put that recording into his counseling. So you could see how he was speaking on a one-to-one. But he still made money from it because he sold the fucking counseling courses, didn't he? So stop thinking that they're all great and they're all wise. But he still went out there. And my point is one-to-one counseling. Do these spiritual people, what do they do? I'll tell you what they do. They write books. That's what they do. They just write books. That's all the spiritual, if they do anything, they write books. Right? And they don't guarantee it. Even my books. I've got a sex book and a Twinflame. No, it's a relationship book. Both money back guaranteed. Let's see what this is about. This was in the... Okay. I've already said that. 4 of Swords, right? I said what you're doing, because the 4 of Swords is in this reading, and it's like your heartbreak because you're listening to other people. And this is both of you. But this reading is about, you can't change a person. Let him or her listen to who the fuck they want. That's them, right? Don't give a shit about them. You. This is about you, right? And you change, they change. And if they don't, you changed anyway, so you don't give a shit what they're doing. 4 of Swords, 8 of Swords, you're stuck. You're stuck. And you don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. You're stuck. So all you're doing is getting heartbreak by listening to other people because they're not telling you to do the correct stuff to make changes in your life. And then, okay, I'm going to heal from that heartbreak because my fucking person is cunt and he's gone off back to share with Jane and he stabbed me in the back and he's a narcissist. And then you get back with them because you've got the pull, your twin flame, right? It's your truth, your twin flame. And then this cycle keeps going on because you're too fucking 3D with the Empress, right? 4 of Swords again. Ace of Cups, Page of Swords. Watching. That's all you're doing. Also, they're watching you. The energies now is loads of people watching. And I know that people are watching me. Exes are watching. But this is you, what you watching. Like who you listening to. It's very important who you're listening to. With Page of Swords, because that's what it is, watching and listening, right? And being a student. You're remaining as a student. This is about learning. Who are you learning from? The Page of Swords. Who are you learning from? It's very important. I know people come on here, take my information, scared the fuck to book me, right? That's why I've got other people in mission you can book. You don't need to book me. The programs and the counseling and everything you get of them is created by me, which are 100% money back guarantee. So you don't actually need to book me, right? Who does that? Who promotes others, right? And you're listening to spiritual people, you say. You're listening to people that are so amazing and great. They pick me because I'm blunt, I swear, I'm black, I'm in your face, and I tell truths, right? I tell the truth. So if you're gauging me on how I'm speaking, then fuck off, right? Because you're not spiritual. It's not about, the planet doesn't care about how I speak, the color I am. The planet is your truth. And I tell you about your truths, period, right? The others don't. And why you know that? Because I guarantee everything I do, everything. My work, my counseling programs, counseling, if you book counseling with someone, book it with someone else. I'm that confident that the counseling will work. I guarantee you with someone else. Tell me spiritual, Tony Robbins, none of them do that, right? And you're listening to them. Adrian Hicks don't do that, this shit. Listening to them is fine, right? I listen to tarot readers and other people all the time. Like I said, I'll take snippet from Tony Robbins and pull it into the Twin Flame program. But then being wise to decipher what is bullshit, what isn't logically correct, right? It doesn't, some of it is just silly here. That's why it's taking so fucking long, Knight of Pentacles. Because you're listening, you keep going to different tarot readers, spiritual leaders, and listening to them. That's all you're doing. that are not doing anything wise, not doing any, even if I didn't get with David, I still create a communities. I'm still collaborating with other people. I'm still making programs. I still have counseling. I'm still out there. I'm helping people get out of prison, the freedom of speech. Even if I don't get with David, what the fuck out of that selection of other people you're listening to do? What do they do? So it's not just about the flame, it's about the truth, right? It's very important. It needs to be a death, an ending to how you're listening to get your wishes and your desires with the Ace of Cups. It needs to die. Death to how you get it, because you're not getting it, right? It will take till you die before you get your love, your wishes and your desires. Death card to the Ace of Cups. It's taking so long. Knight of Pentacles here, right? Like I said, because who are you studying? Who are you listening to? Student. Who are you learning from? It's very important. Like I said, the first card, I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, is the Empress, right? Grounded, Mother Earth, blah, 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 right? Where are you getting the insight from upstairs? Are you getting any of that? Channeled messages from upstairs? No. No, you don't. I listen to some tarot readers, and sometimes they say, not a lot, there's some tarot readers that say, oh, I'm getting an energy of something before they throw the cards. But normally they rely solely on the cards. That's insecure, right? That's not right. This is channeled messages. I don't know all the cards. All these cards I created, right? Cost me £15,000 English money to create all these cards. All of them here. And I don't know all the definition of the cards. Why? I don't need to. I get the information from upstairs. That's why I guarantee my work, because the cards, you can make mistakes and put my own opinion, such as other tarot readers. Upstairs don't fucking lie, right? So I prefer to get the channeled messages. I prefer to get the truth from upstairs. My programs were all channeled messages. The book I wrote, both of them were channeled messages, right? Even the sex book, channeled messages. Everything I do, the counseling, channeled messages. But also I used the wisdom when they guided me to, for example, learn quantum physics, learn about the Kabbalah, learn about science. So I used my wisdom from Mother Earth, right, to do those courses, being a student, to then incorporate it with the truth, hence now doing tarot. Is that what you're listening to, people that do this? Well, you would know, because you'll be doing what I'm doing, right? How can they even say they're a spiritual leader if all they do is take your money, right? And this is how you would know, right? If they don't ask you for subscription, don't ask you for likes, don't ask you for booking. I don't know. I tell you to book others, not me, in this mission, right? If they guarantee their work, they guarantee their work, then they're connecting with Source, because Source don't lie. I don't want to go with this. This is all I'm saying. This is so unexpected, this reading. Oh, because you're healing, the Chiron. See, I get the messages, right? It's like, because of the healing planet is out here now. So they're like, so you're healing. Stop fucking listening to idiots. They didn't say that. I'm converting what they're saying. So this is why this message, because I'm like, why are they getting this message now? I thought the feminines were disassociating from the masculine to fucking heal. And they're like, yes. So once you're healing, stop getting blurred vision with the High Priestess, because the High Priestess has the veil of illusion, right? From the 3D to the 5D. It's like, don't get your veil of illusion plugged into the matrix. It's a matrix. Look at mine. It's a web of deception in the card. It's a web, right? It's a web of deception for that you're tapping into your inside and following your stuff. You're not. You're listening to other people. who telling you how to nurture yourself, right? Come away from that narcissistic person, right? I had some idiot, jackass, fool woman, right, who told me to stop encouraging twin flames to get with narcissistic their person. What the fuck? A narcissistic person is someone who controls people. Yes, I understand that. But they weren't born fucking controlling with a child. So that obviously means something horrific happened to them. So would she then, being in a fucking stupid self, say to other people, come away from people who suffered sexual abuse? Who the fuck are you listening to? She wouldn't say that, would she? So if someone else, which most masculines who suffer from some kind of abuse could be sexually abused, which heightens them protection, their natural mechanism of uncontrolling, so that never happens again. Hence, narcissistic traits. Who are you listening to, right? And would Jesus Christ tell you to not go around with anybody? He wouldn't, would he? He wouldn't. That's true mastery. I've got to come out of this reading. Why is this reading? Well, I've already asked that. Because you're healing and they don't want you to they want to guide you to the correct people to listen to. That's why this has come out in this reading. Source, aliens, upstairs. Listen to them. If you can't hear that with the high priestess, if you're not getting it, then counseling to remove that negative energy so you can get your correct guidance. It's such a joke when people book me and they say, I'm getting guidance. I'm like, well, if you've got guidance, you wouldn't be watching me. You wouldn't be watching tarot. You wouldn't even be booking me. You're not getting guidance. It's either or. You're getting it or you're not. Two of Swords with you. You're covering your heart, right? Because you're not listening. You're indecisive. I struggle to open up. So is your person. Like I said, it's a mirror. It's the laws of the planet. It's a mirror. I think about you constantly. It's insane. I said that at the beginning. There's something about, oh, this is thinking. So you just stay in the thinking. Both of you will stay over there just thinking about each other because you're not taking the correct, wise action. Is there actually any wands in this reading? And I said the initial energy. I should have, you see, because when I say the initial energy, which is a channeled message, which isn't channeled, and I even, like I said, it's this wisdom. This is an education lesson for you. It's not even called channeled messages. It's not called downloads because there's billions of entities, multiverses of realities. A channel is one direct source. There is not one person talking to me. There's a collaboration of multiple verses, universes and entities that channel the message, which isn't channeled. Because a channel, they say, it's not called that. It's not a download, neither. It doesn't download to me. It's a knowing. I know what comes to me. So when I said at the beginning, this is to do with wisdom, this is to do with wands, I doubted it and I said this might not be for everyone because I didn't think it was going to be with the reading. But don't they correct it, right? This is what this reading is because I think about you constantly. It's insane. This is about you are not doing the correct, wise action. So all you will stay is in the thought form. You thinking about your person and them thinking about you and no fucking action. There is no wands. And I said the initial energy. That's what this is. You don't know this, but you are the reason why I get out of bed every day. This is depression. I thought this is leading to your person to get into the depressed state, which I explained the depressed state as well. Right? And most of you kind of know that your person suffers from depression. And then there's people up on YouTube that you're listening to, get rid of your narcissistic person, but you normally associate narcissism with depressed person. So would that person say, get rid of someone who's depressed? Fuck no. That evil person that you're listening to say to, that's blaming this person about narcissism is totally ignoring the actual concept of what narcissism is and that it is association with stress, depression and all those other symptoms that come with that. pinpointing that so she can get eyeballs on her so she can look amazing. Because everybody has narcissistic traits. That's why it's the highest recognized viewing on YouTube, narcissistic traits, right? Narcissism. Not now, because it's overrated. Everyone keeps talking about it. Because everybody on this planet is born with narcissistic traits, because it is against this is about mental enslavement. You're born free. You're born free, and then you're enslaved. So that creates narcissism within you. So that's why they get so many clicks of everybody about, oh, this control, your control, your control. You want to know about control? Release this person who's freedom, about freedom, so you're not enslaved. That's what this guy does. It's all about freedom, right? Freedom of speech, freedom so you know what's going out in the world, freedom. That's why is that what your spiritual person's doing? Is that what that narcissistic person that's talking about narcissism, who's narcissistic by controlling you to listen to them, right? Is that what they're doing? Are they going out there hands-on doing stuff? You need to watch what you're listening to. You need to start wising up. You need to start taking correct action, and you need to stop listening to fools. This is the foolish part of the fool's journey. And that's why this isn't progressing. It needs to fucking die, right? Speak to you later.